The book of First Chronicles focuses on the history of Israel from Adam to King David, emphasizing the Davidic line and the establishment of Israel as a unified nation under God's chosen king. This book, written after the Babylonian exile, provides a theological perspective on Israel's past, highlighting the importance of temple worship and the covenant with David. Key events in First Chronicles: genealogies, chapters 1 to 9. The book begins with extensive genealogies tracing the lineage of Israel from Adam through the tribes of Israel, particularly focusing on the tribe of Judah, from which King David descends. These genealogies emphasize the continuity of God's people despite their exile and displacement. The reign of King Saul, chapter 10. The narrative briefly recounts the death of King Saul and the consequences of his unfaithfulness to God, which led to his downfall. This section serves as a prelude to the rise of David, contrasting Saul's failure with David's success. David's rise to power, chapters 11-12. David is anointed as king over all Israel, and his mighty men and warriors are listed, showcasing the military strength and loyalty that helped establish his reign. The emphasis is on God's support and guidance in David's rise. The Ark of the Covenant, chapters 13-16. One of David's first acts as king is to bring the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem, establishing it as the religious and political center of Israel. This event highlights the importance of worship and God's presence among his people. David's covenant with God, chapter 17. God makes a covenant with David, promising that his dynasty will endure forever. This covenant is central to First Chronicles, underscoring the significance of David's lineage and the future hope for a messianic king. David's military victories, chapters 18-20. The book recounts David's military campaigns and victories, which expand Israel's territory and secure peace. These victories are attributed to God's favor and serve to legitimize David's rule. Preparations for the temple, chapters 21-29. Although David is not permitted to build the temple due to his history as a warrior, he makes extensive preparations for its construction, gathering materials and organizing the Levites and priests for temple service. This section emphasizes the importance of proper worship and the centrality of the temple in Israel's national life. David's final acts and Solomon's succession, chapter 29. David's final acts include a public assembly where he charges Solomon to build the temple and entrusts him with the kingdom. David's death marks the end of his reign, and Solomon's peaceful succession highlights the continuity of God's promises. Themes. 1 Chronicles emphasizes the covenantal relationship between God and David, the centrality of worship, and the importance of the temple in Israel's spiritual life. The genealogies reflect God's faithfulness in preserving his people, while the focus on David and the temple underscores the importance of proper worship and leadership under God's guidance. The book is a reminder of Israel's divine heritage and the hope for a future fulfillment of God's promises to David's line.
You would sing those songs on Sunday morning with a beauty that could make me cry, but there's no song that you could sing, there's no verse that you could read, that altar call might have set your soul free, but it didn't do a thing for me. I swear I can feel your aching prayer. Oh Lord, bring my boy home. That sacred book